What is going down, my YouTube family? It is your boy Zeri with my buddy Bones right over there, and we are here for a new version of Goblin News. A little bit late, and that's all on this guy right here. Crazy schedule. Bones has been so patient with me. So say hey, Bones. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, guys? And Zeri, it's all good, my friend. I'm just glad to be on here with you, man.
No, I'm
We're
glad to have
doing
you
it, so
back,
that's all that
buddy.
matters.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Awesome to be doing this. We've been talking about it forever. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we're thinking here. We got about 6 topics we're gonna cover. We're gonna cover both Arno, Radash. A little surprise for you. Of course, we got the meme of the month. Go over some PvP burnout, and what am I missing, Bones? Oh, the Halloween event and the Gear 12.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what we got in store. So the first thing me and Bones are gonna jump into here is we are gonna talk about Mr. Arno himself. So we both had time to playtest Arno. I got a noob series shot edited, ready to launch. I don't know if it's going to go tomorrow or today, which is Friday, maybe Saturday, maybe Monday. Depends on when we get this out. But what are you thinking about Arno?
I love him. I'm really psyched for him. I've already bought the battle pass. I don't ever I don't ever buy early. I always wait to make sure I got the points. But I already know I want him after testing him and after going up against Arno teams. That's when I really was like, okay, I want this guy. You can break down the kit better and why he works, but just defensively wise, he shoots the main Goblin team up defensively, and I think that'll help me out in Battlegrounds. So I'm all in on him for sure.
Awesome.
What about you, man?
See, for me, I like his character, but I don't like him as much in a General Murdoch led team. I like him in the major shot team. The major shot lead with Thanisa, Amara, and Pigwald. The survivability isn't there, but man, it can crank on offense.
Okay. See, I never even tried that team. I honestly didn't even think about it, and my testing is usually limited every day, anyways. But I'll have to try that out then, because if he's better with that team, or if you think so, and he might be, then that makes me even more happy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's now a second Goblin team I can use.
Right, and that's what I was gonna kind of, that's what I kind of said in my noob series was, all right, like putting it. I mean, he's not terrible at all with General Murdoch. I mean, don't get me wrong, but
Right.
but with the General Murdoch team, like I always want something a little bit more on his basic ability, and his basic, he goes after the shield, and then he can put up the accuracy or increase to the Rangers. But I always like something because they assist so much under General Murdoch. I like when they can put like a poison or a decreased attack or something like that. What I love
Yeah.
about him is how tanky this guy is. He is so unbelievably tanky.
Same here. And you're stuck behind him, and you got all those other ones just making it rain on you. You know what I mean? Each goblin can just do a lot of damage. They're all pretty squishy, but if you can't get to them, then watch out. You don't want him to survive very long.
Yeah.
People like Major Shot, he's squishy, but the longer he survives, the more damage that team's going to be doing to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And
it just gives, like we just already said, a second tank for two teams, because Adam's pretty good with the Murdoch team. I don't have him myself, but I've went up against him, and I was blown away about how good he is once you gear him up and put him with a full Goblin team. I was really surprised. So he's a project I'm going to be working on soon.
yeah,
But, I now see why they're doing the Kyra nerfs and all that, because they're trying to split all these races into two teams for you to use in Battlegrounds. And I was wondering, like, why are they doing this? And they didn't come out and say that, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for. Is they're trying to split all these teams that have a lot of people, like demons and goblins. There's a lot of characters already in the game, so they're trying to make it two teams so that you can kind of use those in Battlegrounds.
yeah, and I agree with you.
Do you
100%
agree, or
on
what do
that
you think?
statement. No, I agree, because I think they're really trying to they're going to try to get to the point where you can't use the same team on offense that you can use on defense. They're eventually going to get there.
Which
it's going to take time, but you can see like the Slinger rework with the Kyra, Mega Wheels, and Terra. It's kind of one team, and that's where the Goblins are going. I really feel they're splitting the Goblins kind of up, because on the test account, I do the Gear 11 plus. Don't take anybody to Gear 12 yet, but I had Arno almost to 100k health and shield combo. He's like 93k.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Ooh. And yeah, I just ask you how to mod him too. So I can't wait for your new video.
Yeah. I mean, there's, I told you could go health. Like, I actually went health and some armor. You can go tenacity on this guy, so he just does not get debuffs. There's different ways to do it to make him extremely tanky, but that's what he brings to the table. Like, the only thing that really kind of bugged me about him was the caveats on his move kit. It's very, like, when you read it, it sounds super complex. Like, if this happens, you get this. If that happens, you get that. You know what I mean?
And I was just about to say, his kits overall is pretty underwhelming. And now that you said that, yeah, the main reason I liked him is because I could just never kill the guy.
Yeah.
Whenever I was going against him. So that's why I was like, okay, he's so tanky that there's not very many tanks. Maybe Kiri is the only one that might be just as tanky as him. Yeah. Besides that, I can't think of it. So I think he's going to be one of the better tanks in the game, too. I agree. His kit isn't that amazing, really. So
it's not. It's just what he brings is he's your meat shield. Good luck getting around him.
Yep.
And
just like Kiri, man. I hate going through. You can't. You always want to save like Kiri for last because she's so beefy,
Right.
If you can dispel around her, and if you don't have a dispel, I mean, you're probably going to lose.
Exactly, and that's what you need with Arno. You need that dispel on him, and if you don't have it, either that or you need all AOEs. You need like an AOE burn team to get around him. But I rated him like a rare character on my scale, not legendary, but just a rare character. That if you got him and you get him maxed, good luck.
You're not going to complain. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And so, are you going to buy the battle pass?
I already did.
Yep, same thing. Like the third day I bought it.
Yeah, I always buy the battle pass just because, regardless of the character in there, the amount that you get from the battle pass itself is worth the money. The drop coins, the runes, everything. So the gear pieces. But there hasn't been a bad Battle Pass character yet, and Arno continues the tradition. I mean, sometimes they're not the most overwhelming character, but they're not terrible. It's not like we get Vorian the Trickster in a Battle Pass. You know what I mean?
Right. And I want to say, I think the very few characters that are viable under 7 stars have all been Battle Pass characters. I'm sure there's a few others that are pretty viable, but
yeah.
I mean, I get my money's worth for these, and I don't know if I have any of them to 7-star yet that are Battle Pass. My Kiri is 6-star, and I just got to number 3 in the arena for the first time, and
nice.
And also my Garrett's 5-star. You know what I mean? So I have a 5-star character and a 6-star character, both Battle Pass characters, and I'm in number 3 in my arena.
So there is Arno, right? So now we're going to move on to the next topic we're going to talk about, and for me, the next topic is how do you feel about all the changes like with PvP? Like, I'm not a big PvP guy, never have been in really any game. Like, I enjoy it to an extent, but then I kind of get burnt out on it. So the changes to the tournaments, changes to Battlegrounds, do you feel that they're sinking too much of time into PvP and not enough into like the PvE kind of raid guild environment? Like, what do you think about that?
I have a lot to say about that. As far as like the controversial tournaments thing, I can't say any bad about that because there's a few things I don't like about it, but overall it's made me spend more time in the game, and that's what they want, right? I mean, that's what any game wants you to do, is spend more time in their game.
Right.
And I've gotten to the point in the last few months where I just kind of do my dailies, arena, before Battlegrounds, there was nothing to do. So you spent maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the game. So when they redid tournaments, I can't complain about it. I understand why some people are mad about it, but it just didn't bother me. either way, and it actually made me engage more, especially when they gave us incentive. They gave us Zalinar. Not a game changer, but definitely a character I want. So I don't try to rank like number 10 or anything in the ranking doesn't bother me.
Right.
I just want those Zalinar shards, and it's really hard just to complete those stage things, and that kind of bothers me because I'll finish like number 9 almost or right around there every tournament.
Damn.
But I'll get to stage 5. I won't get if I'm doing that. I should be able to get all the stages too.
Right.
So I don't know how to fix that. I mean, I know I'm sure other people have ideas, but that's my one complaint about the tournaments is I can get top 10, but I can't get all the stages. And I should be getting all those Zalinar shards if I'm getting top 10. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you make it easier or what, but
that's a good point. I mean, my goal for every tournament, like for me, is I get to at least stage 4. So I at least get one Zalinar shard a tournament. And then I base it kind of on, all right, like the newest one that's going on with old lore. I already have him 7-star. Yeah, you get more than just old lore, but I don't push much higher than just jumping on, kind of burning my tickets, and I wait for that one that I really, really want to like go all out in.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if Zalinar was an absolute game changer, I'd be doing tournaments all day long. But he's not a game changer. I think he's got a lot of potential for raids,
Right.
But for me, I got no problem with the structure or, the time sink because, like you said, they just want people to play their game, So, in the changes to Battlegrounds, how do you feel about that?
Okay. Are you talking about the extra territories or just everything in general?
Everything in general.
Okay. I love it. And I was always, when we first started doing this and it hadn't been released yet, I was like, you're going to have to make it to where, you have the ones that you set on defense, you can't put on offense,
Mm-hmm.
and also if you attack once, they should be getting rid of it. I wanted a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Grand Arena clone. Well, they're like, no, we're not going to do that. And I was like, me and the others were like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And then they released it, and I'm like, okay, I don't want it to go back. I completely changed my view of things. I love how it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything they're doing, I love this Battleground. It's different than Grand Arena in a lot of ways. I can try as many. It's almost a sandbox, man. You could treat a Battlegrounds mode as a sandbox because you can waste some banners, but if there's a team that you want to go up against and try all kinds of teams, I mean, we're testers, so it doesn't matter to us.
Right.
But one thing I hate about the testing is you can't lower I wish you could adjust the gear to however you want the characters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you
want,
want,
because once you get them up to the top,
if you don't want a gear 12 character and you want. Yeah, if you want to like try it with a gear 10 or something, you should be able to lower their gear.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if you want to take your actual roster and take them against certain things, you can just keep backing out and retrying. And so it's kind of a sandbox, and that's really cool. And I wish you could do that in Galaxy of Heroes. Right. But anyway, so I love everything they're doing. And then they just did the territory thing where they added territories, and I can see why people were mad because they didn't say anything about it. They just threw it in there, and I'd be irritated too. But I'm below 1.3 million, so it hasn't affected me yet. Mm-hmm. But I just don't know why they didn't wait on that. They should have waited. I mean, we don't have enough teams for that. What's the point?
Yeah.
Why do you think they did that so soon?
Well, I mean, from what they said, it wasn't. They put it in the code. It wasn't expected to be launched, is the way I understood it. And
well, that sucks.
Yeah, so it's kind of just like a, oops, oh crap, sorry guys. For me, it didn't make, like, I was above the 1.3, and I got hit with it. And in one of my videos, I talked about my teams I had. I had, like, a Darien-led junk team. But you know what? At the end of the day, you hide them in your back territories, so it still is how your front territory is going to do. Right. So it didn't really make that much of a difference to me, to be completely honest. I kind of like the fact, because I can guarantee you, I can name everybody's teams. You know what I mean? You're going to see a buff team. You're going to see...
Yeah.
You're going to see the lane-led elf team. You're going to see goblins. You're going to see pride. So for that, like, to kind of make those, like, junky teams, I was like, oh, now I can use a bleed team with Revol. Like it just made you think a little
Yeah.
bit more. So I kind of liked it, to be honest. Like it kind of like mix and match. It gives you more. Like, okay, if you have Arno now, are you going to break that team up, or are you going to go for the stronger one? You know what I mean? Whereas if you only have one choice, you're just like, I'm going to put out the strongest team.
That's a
I
great
got there.
point.
So for me, I didn't mind it.
That's a great point, man. And that goes right back to what we were saying earlier when we were talking about Arno, is that they're trying. I think that's just setting you up so that you have to split your teams up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's going to make you think.
That's how. And if you want to win, that's how you're going to have to do it: is split your two good teams up into two, maybe instead of having one great team, making it two decent teams, and that could be the, you know what I'm saying, that's what's going to decide your battlegrounds. Because I've been playing Grand Arena for years, and Battlegrounds even, it can come down to a few points. You know, It's all about those banners, and you have to really think about, you know, should you put more Doom on a Demons team, or should you make your crappy Orcs team a little bit better and put him on, you know, your Orc team? You know, it's little things like that will make a huge difference in your Battlegrounds.
No, absolutely. And, you know, we're going to kind of get into Gear 12 on your side, but I haven't taken a single character to Gear 12 because I'm working on getting every character to Gear 11 first. Because when they make that transition, if I have a Gear 11 Vorian or Gear 11 Darien and the other person doesn't, that means I could get more points. So before I take that jump to Gear 12, I want to try to get everybody up to Gear 11. So,
and I have a lot to say about that too, because I'm starting to face Gear 12 opponents. But we'll wait for that in my video.
And then the one thing I did want to talk about with the Battlegrounds, and I don't know if you heard, but the last Battleground they did, there was a glitch in the system where you could take the same team in on offense over and over and over and over again. And it was a point of contention. A lot of people were like, you need to cancel the season. And I wanted to get your take on that. How did you feel about that whole glitch? Do you think it was handled right? What do you think should have been done?
Okay, so shortly after they fixed that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, was it in the middle of the actual match?
They waited for that round to be over with. By the time.
Because that I always wait till there's like 1 or 2 hours left and then attack for my streams and stuff. So
it might have been fixed by then. You're right. They might have done it like midway through. I think it was. Yeah, they did.
I was going to stay honest either way, but I even checked to see, and my people were dying, and if I backed out or whatever the case was, my people were gone. So I think they fixed it before that match ended. But here's my thing: no, don't cancel the season, because the couple hundred people who exploited it are going to ruin it for everyone else. You know what I mean? So don't cancel the season. Maybe just I don't think it was that big of a deal. I mean, it is a big of a deal because you might have lost your Battlegrounds, but what they should have done is just gave rewards to everybody. That's how you make up for mistakes like that. That's how Galaxy Heroes does it. That's how Strike Force does it. You just give them something you give everybody the rewards that you would have got if you would have won that match, pretty much. I mean, maybe make it where it didn't count. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say because I wasn't affected by it. I didn't lose because of it. You know what I mean? If I was someone who lost because of it, I would be a lot more mad about it. But even then, I wouldn't be like, cancel the season. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just nullify that match since it affected everybody. Like, I don't know how easy it is to do something like that. So what do you think, man? What do you think about it?
I'm pretty much the same boat as you. Like, I don't think canceling the season was the right thing to do because we've already put in matches before this glitch came through. It was a glitch. Mistakes happen. I just feel that, like you said, the firm belief is everyone should have just got the winning rewards. You know, okay, it takes way too long to go through and see who did it, right? And they could do that later, but to do it now would have just took too much time. If they re-roll the server and bring it back, anybody who progressed the character has to redo all that work. It's just too much. So I think the way they could have compensated for that, and I would have liked to see them give a little compensation, is they're like, hey, sorry if you got affected by this. Here's Battleground currency for like as if you won, and they just sent it to everybody's mailbox, and you got your 600 Battleground currency, and it's the end of this discussion. That's about.
That's really the best way.
Yeah, I mean, people are asking my thoughts and opinions and how I felt about it, and I'm in the same boat as you. It's mistakes are going to happen. I mean, it's not a perfect system at all in any game.
Right.
So you know what? I just think they should have compensated those people because it is unfair to those people who got destroyed because people just kept taking in their buff team over and over again. And unfortunately, like I'm like you, I probably wouldn't even have known the glitch was there because I would have been like, I already used this team, I'm moving on to my next one. But there are people out there that they feel, well, if it's in there, I'm not cheating because they're letting me do it. So I just the honor system kind of thing. But all in all, I just think they should have just sent us out the winning Battleground currency and moved on.
And have they ever done that? Like, if they make a mistake, have they ever sent us resources? Because I feel like they haven't.
Well, they do, but not something like this. Like when there's a glitch like that. I mean, this is kind of really the first one we've seen. Now they've sent us compensation for downtime, and they're really good with that. Well, I guess the one thing is when the tournaments. Way back, I don't know if you remember, but way back when they first launched, like the tournaments, there was a glitch where nobody received rewards. So they just sent everybody out the top tier rewards. So, I mean, that was probably almost a year ago now. But
Yep. Yeah, I do remember that. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, they have done it, and they're good with the compensation. They understand when they screw up. And, at least my biggest thing is they owned it. If they didn't own it, I'd be way more upset about it. But they said, hey, this happened, sorry. This is the best thing for the game we can do to fix it. They didn't rush into being like, we're re-rolling the servers, we're canceling the season.
Yeah.
They thought about it for a minute.
And like I said, they had it finished before I was even able to do, or they had it fixed before I was even able to do my Battlegrounds. So they got it in there pretty quickly and fixed it. So,
right.
I mean, at least they did that.
As soon as they found out, because they could have just said, hey, sorry, everybody be on the honor system, or fix it at the end of the season, and they didn't. So
Right. And sometimes they do that, but nope, they handle it pretty quickly. So
all right. So the next topic we are going to talk about here is the new spot that just came up. And if you guys don't know, Lizard Breath has a YouTube channel under Elizabeth. I can't even say her Laskinia. I don't even know how to say her last name. But you guys should subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Because she drops like little hints, and she just dropped a brand new panda, and I'm got it kind of playing behind us, Bones. And it is.
I have it pulled up too.
Okay, yeah, it's like a panda with like a laser gun. It's
real quick before we get into it, I did a little video that covered a lot of things that she's shown off the last 2 months.
Yeah,
and even us testers have never even seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's showing stuff that none of us have seen every Friday. She drops a little tidbit of what they're working on every Friday. There's things from 2 months ago, like with Goblin Raid and stuff, and some other characters that I've never even seen before and still haven't. Surely it's almost to be released because that was 2 months ago. But yeah, I just want to say, definitely subscribe to that. If you want some insider stuff, this is stuff that no one ever sees, and she shows everyone. So it's really cool.
Yeah. And the one thing it kind of plays on for me is like when I watched it, is it kind of reminds me of like the Chinese New Year, And
yeah, it'd be cool if he shot fireworks or something.
Well, the third move does. It throws a confetti up, and plug in Hell Hades, my buddy Hell Hades. The video switched on me, but
oh, yep. This is the first time I've ever seen it. You're right, man.
And it heals. It heals, dude. That third move.
That's what
heals.
we've been wanting. That's what we've been asking for.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know if it's just for that single target heal. It looks like it's just single target heal to her or him or whatever it is. But
so how are you knowing it's healing?
Watch.
Did she health go up when he did it?
Yeah, when they shoot, you'll see the green 0 because they're at full health.
Yep, I just saw it. That's cool, man. That's what we've been asking for.
Right, so
I can't wait.
The third party here, I got to see if it's just the single target heal or if it's a mass heal. Yeah, just single target. So it's only healing that character, which kind of sucks because I was hoping if that was an AoE heal, that would be great for the pandas.
But he might have some kind of passive, or I don't know. You know, this is all tests of it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because if it's just healing himself, though, that's kind of, I don't know. We don't know yet, so I'm not gonna get into it. But
Right.
we need a mass heal, man, and the pandas will be great again.
Yeah. No,
Make
exactly.
pandas great again. Okay, I always want to name, like I always say the devs. What is the company called? Is it Play
Quantum? Yeah. Play Quantum.
Okay, I've been wanting to like say their names, but I can never remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Make pandas great again. Play Quantum. Come on.
Yeah. So we wanted to show
I'm
you
tired of all
that.
these goblins.
That's it. So before we wrap up this part of Goblin news, we have to show you the meme of the month from our buddy CM Trey. And
It's a good one.
I love this guy. He does so much, and it's popping up on the screen now, and it says, "We are the Tiger King. Reval is our favorite character." And it's just beautiful.
Okay, and this was my idea, by the way. Not this picture, but I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey, man, can you hook me up with a Tiger King meme?" And this is what he sent back. I was going to use it. I don't know what I was going to use it for. It was one of the videos, and I was like, "Man, I can't." It's like the thumbnail or something. I was like, "I can't do this one."
Oh, I love that guy.
But
it is just perfect.
Yeah.
And your head on that one guy just fits perfect. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good.
man, yeah, that's one of his all-time greatest for sure. That's going to live in the Hall of Fame.
It is. It is.
He hasn't been doing very many either.
No, I don't know if he's been
man.
busy or what, but they've kind of dined down recently. Or well,
Trey, you're slacking, man.
yeah. Well, I haven't given him a lot of new
slacking,
content
my
to work
friend.
with either. I've been slacking on videos lately. So, well,
Gotta give
buddy,
him this content.
I just wanted to thank you for coming on the channel, doing Goblin News, getting it out of the way. And what do we got coming up on your channel? We're doing Radash. We're going to talk a little bit about Radash. We're going to do Gear 12, and then we are going to go over the Halloween event. So make sure you go over to Bones.
Yes, sir.
Check it out. So Bones, what do you got to say, buddy?
Zary, man, it's always an honor to be with you, man.
Oh, same,
I
man.
love you. I love you, brother.
Me
I think
too, I
I'm
love
glad
you,
things are going better for you, man.
Thanks.
And yeah, guys, just come check out my vids. Yeah, if you come over to this part 2, we're gonna do what he said. And I love you all, XMG fam. I appreciate your guys' support. I appreciate Zary right here. He's the godfather of this stuff, guys. So show him some love. Show him some love.
All right. So with that, everybody, XMG family members, we love you. We're out.
Hey, don't forget though, make war, not love.
There it is.
Peace.